It's a rare day indeed that I have the time to post 2 videos, but yet, here we are. Now, Helldivers 2 is making a push to Liberty Day, which, by the way, is just a few days away, and this includes an all-out blitz of posts and in-game messages, all aimed at keeping divers engaged in the spread of managed democracy. Welcome to the channel, it's LtBuzzLitebeer, and there is no way I've given up on posting Helldivers content. I've just been spreading myself around, but we've got a lot to catch up on. Everything from dev diaries to in-game dispatches from Helldivers HQ are on the menu for today. But as always, I wanted to first say thank you so much for your awesome and continued support. In case you haven't done so already, take just a moment to hit subscribe and to ring that notifications bell. Both are extremely valuable to helping this channel grow and prosper. And with no further delay, let's get into the latest from Helldivers. First up is the world-famous 30-second Superstore Roundup, which began this morning on a 48-hour timer. Now we're going to start this off with the Clinician medium body armor with medkit for +2 stims and 2 seconds more stim duration, which, by the way, is one of my personal favorite sets of armor. You've also got the CM10 I'm a Spaceman Clinician helmet, the FS37 Ravager helmet, and the Ravager lightweight body armor, another one of my favorites because it has engineering kit for reduced recoil and +2 throwables like grenades and knives. And as always, expect to spend super creds in the Superstore. Okay, next up, and in case you missed the message from Super Earth, we were successful in our defense over in Automaton territory, earning us this successful message from Helldivers HQ. After countless acts of heroic sacrifice, the advance of the Jet Brigade has at last been arrested. Many planets have been ravaged, Matar Bay. Others, I say others on there, I remember one planet, not plural planets, but anyways, it says, these atrocities will not be forgotten. The efforts of our heroes were not in vain. The Automatons' brutish venture to discover the location of the DSS, who writes these things, and its critical substations has yielded nothing. The tireless defense of the Helldivers has maintained the concealment of our most critical weapon for now. The Jet Brigade remains a significant, albeit diminished, threat. We must remain ever vigilant against future attacks, but for now, Liberty has won a great victory. And maybe it's a good thing I first posted my Space Marine 2 video for today, because while I was working on that one, Helldivers HQ hit us with a follow-up major order, along with another dispatch, and this time, like several times in the past, we have to decide what lives and what dies. The threat of the Jet Brigade has receded and the Democracy space station remains secure. But the vicious surprise attack underscored just how quickly our dreams of liberty can become jeopardized. To that end, the need to expand the protective buffer surrounding the DSS has become clear. Liberating Lasath would insulate the DSS from a sudden assault by a resurgent Jet Brigade. However, a Terminid outbreak has just erupted, threatening the Terminid Research Preserve on Akamar 4. And with Liberty Day quickly approaching, there may only be time to achieve one of these objectives before we pay due respects to our way of life. What to prioritize is a difficult decision, one which High Command leaves in the capable and united hands of the Helldivers. Taking a look at the damage for this major order, and it began life as a little over a 2-day major order with those 2 options available. Do we take Lasath and insulate the Death Star, or do we defend against 3 Terminid attacks and maintain that preserve? I know some of you are asking why can't we do both, and I think it's going to come down to time. Only Gacrux is currently in a defense campaign over in Bugsville, and that means we would need to liberate 2 more planets and then defend them while simultaneously liberating Lasath. I don't know. In the past, when we had several thousand divers active at any given time, I might say this is a slam dunk to accomplish both, but you know what? I'm going to let you decide. Drop me a comment and let me know if you think we can pull off both, or if one, which one should we go for? And finally, today's daily or personal order for a quick 15 medals is to complete 6 secondary objectives. But of course, the hype right now within the Helldivers community centers around Liberty Day, which is just a few days away, and the team at Arrowhead decided to drop a clip from this past video dedicated to Liberty Day, which is actually almost a year old now, and it's voiced by Niels, the narrative lead for Arrowhead on this glorious creation of a game. True story here, this trailer was the very first piece of content I ever saw for Helldivers, which should tell you just how much I stay permanently disconnected from social media, or at least I try to. In fact, the footage you are watching now is that full Liberty Day video, and of course I'll drop a link to it down in the video description in case you want to check it out for yourselves. Also on the Liberty Day front was this Baskinator post responding to a community member asking about any special events for this special day, to which Baskinator replied, "Not business as usual, we have something fun planned. I think you'll like it." Now, what that is and what it entails, I have no idea, but I'm really looking forward to this event. Noteworthy here as well, because I check on this issue daily, Twinbeard responded to someone asking about Xbox reinforcements. Here's what he said. So let's first take a look at what the community member asked and then Twinbeard's response. "I just want reinforcements in the way of Xbox players, but that's never gonna happen," to which Twinbeard actually answered, "Who says it couldn't? It's not up to us, but to Sony and Phil," meaning Phil Spencer, head of Xbox, "to duke it out. But hypothetically speaking, if both partners think it would benefit them from a financial brand standpoint, it could. If Sony believes it won't, though, it won't." Personally, just pumping the brakes on this, suggesting we need to get the PlayStation issues resolved in those 170 plus countries and regions back in the fold before we start talking Xbox reinforcements. But I'm not going to lie here, seeing that entire ecosystem join us planetside and get some dive time in would just be a truly epic day. If anything changes on the Sony front, I will of course post a breaking news report the minute it happens, which is another great reason to subscribe now if you haven't already. Okay, let's now head over to Reddit, and I got into this very discussion with a fellow diver what feels like now about a week ago, and we were talking about armor ratings and their ability to resist damage, and I was trying to speak to this person and explain to them that medium armor with extra padding was not the same as heavy armor, and here now is the confirmation of that fact. Check it out. This post says heavy armor with 150 rating reduces damage by 25%, so that's from 100% reduced down to 75%, exactly as described in the recent 60-day patch part 2. However, medium armor, which also has that 150 rating due to the extra padding modifier, which adds plus 50 armor, only provides, listen to this, 18% or approximately 18% damage reduction. This implies that raw armor rating is not the only factor when calculating damage reduction. The categorical weight of the armor, light, medium, heavy, also plays a role. And then this post goes on to ask, can anyone confirm whether these findings are correct? Yes, they are correct. I'm speaking to it right now. If you take a look at the bottom of this armor rating factors chart that they've actually posted up here, which is quite handy by the way, it's going to show you 150M and 150H. Now, 100 is the base armor for medium, plus 50 bonus points for extra padding equals 150 armor rating. Notice that they're taking 82.25% of the incoming damage. However, if you wear that same armor rating heavy armor, 150, you're only taking 75% of the incoming damage. This is something that I tried to explain to this other community member, like I said, about a week ago. I don't think I made much headway with them. They were quite convinced that 150 equaled 150, and any logical, sane, mathematical explanation, yes, that would be correct, but this is Helldivers, where everything is upside down. And by the way, I'd like to ask the community, how many of you actually knew that the armor ratings between medium and heavy, despite them being exactly the same if you have extra padding, do not equate to the same damage resistance? Let me know down in the comment section. I'd be interested to know if you knew that or not. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. I think I just started choking on nothing but air, but I'm recovered now, and it's time to jump over and take a look at your top 3 comments from my last Helldivers video. And as always, if you want to see your name and comment up in lights in my next video, you first need to let it fly in this video. That's right, you got to take just a few seconds and leave me a comment, and who knows, it might just get upvoted enough so that it makes it into the next top 3 breakdown. Kicking it off in the number 1 spot this time is Tiny Traveler, who says, General Brash fact. General Brash once used the Quasar cannon to kill 3 Hulks, 2 Shredder tanks, and a factory Strider. Then it charged and fired. Oh yeah, no comment or commentary needed from me on that one. And the number 2 spot is Tronsta, who says, it takes me significantly longer to choose my loadouts now, to the point that my friends start roasting me about it, and this hurts my whittle feelings. I can't think of a better compliment for how well the weapons and stratagems have been balanced. Thank you, Arrowhead. And you probably thought that comment was going one way, like they were going to start trolling and just saying some negative things, and I like how they put the positive spin on there. So yeah, that's pretty cool to see. By the way, congrats Tronsta on taking the 2 spot, and in the 3 spot, bringing up the caboose for this breakdown, and I'm going to butcher this name, is Wereoleofai. Woof, I probably butchered that one, like I said, who said, according to Helldivers Companion, we would need 70,000 divers to repel this attack. We were set up from the beginning. And yes, Joel lured us in and then dropped in the jet brigade on us. We had no chance of pulling that off. There was definitely not enough divers to take that one. They were easy enough to kill once we were planet side, but we were set up to fail, at least on that first planet and over to the second planet as we finally thwarted that attack. And congrats on taking the number 3 spot in this breakdown. All right, probably a great place to stop for today. And as always, I welcome your feedback. Drop me a comment about anything and everything related to Helldivers. Are you looking forward to Liberty Day? Are you looking forward to some of the whispers and rumors of things that I've heard coming to the game? Let's get a discussion going, because I think this game is on its way up again, and I can't wait to see what they have planned. Remember to hit subscribe and to ring that notifications bell so you never miss one of my future upload alerts. All my socials, including links to all of today's sources, can be found down in the video description below. Remember that I'm now also posting Space Marine 2, but I haven't given up on Helldivers 2. And I wanted to, again, say thank you to the almost 246,000 of you incredible ladies and gents from across the planet who stuck with me. You've already taken the time to hit subscribe, and you tune in daily to support me and the channel. Until the next one, this is LtBuzzLitebeer signing off.